Jai Gurudev, good morning, Ronnie. Thank you for joining us today. Could you share an experience that deeply influenced your spiritual journey with Gurudev? Of course, there was this one profound moment when I realized how Gurudev protected me. I was about to pick up something, and each time I tried, it felt like it was on fire, forcing me to drop it. It dawned on me that Gurudev had absorbed the injury that could have come to me. This incident epitomized the saying that on the spiritual path only the necessary amount of karma is experienced. Instead of severe harm, I only had a minor inconvenience. I felt incredibly protected. That's incredible. You were present during the inauguration of the Washington DC Center. Could you describe what that experience was like? Yes, I was there. That event was a lesson in following knowledge over fun. When the center was inaugurated, about 30 of us full time volunteers in the US were invited to stay there. I arrived at the center a couple of hours before Gurudev's flight and felt quite off center. I was agitated. But then someone announced that Gurudev's flight was arriving in an hour and we should go meet him at the airport. Initially, I got ready to go out, but then decided not to. I realized that my mental state was not suitable to meet him. So I stayed back, applied the knowledge I had learned, and calmed myself. When Gurudev arrived, I was ready to meet him with a clear mind. It sounds like you learned a lot about self-awareness. Did anything memorable happen when you finally met him? Absolutely. When I was in the satsang, all of my negative emotions dissipated, replaced by immense love and gratitude. The next morning, when everyone rushed to see Gurudev, I managed to peek into his room. In the middle of a conversation, he looked at me and said, "Ah, Ronnie Newman, you are ever young. You should be Ronnie Youngman." It was a sweet and playful moment. That weekend, he continued to show such affection and humor, reinforcing the joy of surrendering to knowledge. Gurudev seems to have a profound impact on your life. How would you describe him to someone who hasn't met him? Gurudev is an avatar, an embodiment of all that is good, noble, kind, powerful, magical, and playful. He possesses unending energy and models the kindness and goodness of the divine. Despite my trials I face, he reminds me that the divine is fundamentally good and that everything happens for our best and highest good. That's a beautiful description. Can you share a significant memory involving your mother and Gurudev? Certainly. In 2016, when Gurudev was honored by the Colombian government for negotiating the peace accord, I received a call that he would be stopping in Miami to rest. Only core devotees were to know because Gurudev needed rest. When I told my mother, who was 93 at the time, she insisted on coming, which was unusual for her modest nature. Despite my initial hesitation, I followed my intuition and decided to bring her. My mother, a powerful social activist, had previously connected Gurudev with top Jewish leaders in America. Her determination and support have always been inspiring. It is heartwarming to hear about your mother's involvement and support. How did this experience unfold with Gurudev? When we met Gurudev in Miami, it was a special moment. Despite his exhaustion, he welcomed us with his characteristic warmth and kindness. It reaffirmed the importance of following intuition and the deep connections we share through Gurudev's teachings. Thank you, Ronnie, for sharing these touching stories. It is clear that Gurudev has made a significant impact on your life and many others. Thank you. It's been a pleasure to reflect on these moments and share them. Jai Gurudev.